Let's dive right in. Today in Annapolis, we explore a surprising collaboration at airports and how it could impact your travel plans, plus big energy bill shocks nearby and a sprint in Maryland's legislature.
I'm Leah.
And I'm Garrett. Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett in Annapolis. All right, let's set the stage for this one. First up, ICE agents to assist TSA amid government shutdown. The Transportation Security Administration, that's the folks who screen you at the airport, has been hit hard during a partial government shutdown that began February 14. More than 400 TSA officers have quit and thousands have called out because they haven't been paid. Starting Monday, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents, or ICE, will step in at 14 airports around the country to help with some non-specialized duties. Important note here, ICE agents are not trained to operate X-ray machines, so they can't fully replace TSA officers. They'll focus on tasks that don't require that specialized screening training. Big picture insight. This really shows how funding and staffing ripple through federal operations. When money stalls, you feel it at the checkpoint. And the surprising part is how deep the staffing crunch is if ICE is being used as a stopgap measure.
Let's unpack this. I'm concerned about the training gap. If ICE can't run the X-ray machines, we're still depending on fewer TSA officers for those critical security scans, which could slow lines and, more importantly, stress the remaining staff. Also, for anyone traveling through our region, delays or changes in procedures mean people need extra time at the airport, right? Why use ICE here, though? Is it simply because they're federal employees available to be reassigned? I mean, it feels like a short-term patch when what's needed is a sustainable fix, so travelers aren't stuck in limbo.
Yeah, that checks out. It does sound like a fast way to add bodies to basic roles, even if it doesn't solve the specialized screening bottleneck. Mixed reactions from travelers are already popping up. Some folks like the idea of extra hands, others worry about consistency and security. Bottom line, if you're flying soon, plan for extra time, check your airline's alerts, and expect the process to feel a bit different than usual.
Okay, let's move on. Next up, Baltimore businesses struggle with five-figure BGE utility costs. Baltimore Gas and Electric, the main utility for the area, has bills hitting five figures for some restaurants and manufacturers. Terra Cafe, a Baltimore restaurant, fell behind and switched to a generator and propane to keep the lights on. That's a lot of improvising just to stay open. The insight here is straightforward. Utility costs can make or break small businesses. The surprising piece is that some places are literally turning to alternative sources like generators to bridge the gap.
Real talk, that's tough. When energy prices jump like that, you don't just see it on a single bill, you feel it across the neighborhood. Menus change, hours shorten, margins disappear. And for residents, it shows up as higher prices or fewer options. For folks commuting between Annapolis and Baltimore, this kind of squeeze can mean your favorite spot scales back or charges more just to survive. Long term, we've got to figure out how to keep power reliable and affordable, because if small businesses start dropping, that ripple hits jobs and community life pretty fast. Let's keep it moving. Maryland energy bill sparks debate over Empower program cuts. There's a proposal to scale back Maryland's Empower program, which is designed to improve energy efficiency, things like helping cut usage and save on bills over time. Lawmakers are split on whether trimming it down would lower bills now or raise costs in the long run. That's the crux of it. Energy policy can swing your monthly bill and also shape what you pay years from now.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Energy efficiency sounds technical, but it's basically doing the same work with less power, which usually saves money over time. If Empower gets scaled back, I wonder what that means for residents and small businesses who count on upgrades to bring bills down. Why make cuts now? Is the idea to get immediate bill relief even if it risks higher costs later? That trade-off deserves a careful look so people aren't surprised down the road.
That's a solid point. The debate really is short-term versus long-term costs. Some hope for savings now, others warn you pay more later if efficiency lags. We'll keep an eye on how that shapes up in committee and beyond.
Switching gears just a little. Maryland Senate staffer in sandwich controversy involving Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon is a well-known actress and producer, and her name popped up in a very, very small dust-up, a $15 sandwich that reportedly had a hair in it. The ask was simple: take the sandwich off the bill. It's tiny as far as controversies go, but it drew attention because there's a celebrity in the mix.
That's a curveball. A hair in a sandwich is gross, sure, but it's also a routine restaurant fix. When a famous name gets attached, suddenly it's a headline. Wild how that works. It's a reminder that small moments can balloon in the public eye when the spotlight swings over. Hopefully the restaurant made it right and everyone moved on with their day. On to the next thing. Maryland lawmakers hustle as key legislative deadline approaches. It's crossover day, the point in the session when a bill really needs to pass out of its original chamber to stay on track. If it doesn't make the cut now, it's unlikely to advance and might need to be reintroduced next session. Strategically, it's a pressure cooker. Committees sprint, amendments fly, and floor votes stack up. One more note: even if a bill misses today, it can come back next year. That's how the legislative cycle works.
We've got layers here. Deadlines can focus the work, but they also create real challenges for thorough review. You want careful consideration and clear language because the details become everyday law for all of us. I'm rooting for substance over speed, even when the clock is loud. And for anyone tracking a favorite bill, today is the make or maybe not day to see if it gets momentum. That's the heartbeat of it for today in Annapolis.
So there we have it. Thanks for hanging with us. Stay informed, take a breath, and we'll catch you again tomorrow.